to record. All right, so any comfortable crossing of the legs that you want. And then the idea of a block is to relax your hip flexors. So you want the knees to drop down. And you sit a little bit forwards on the block and maybe lean forwards, let the sit bones go back a bit, and then sit back into space behind you. And you can start to place your hands on your knees. And what we want to do with the hands is lengthen the arms. So move the hands as far down towards the knees as you can get. And so that arms lengthen, but you're not forcing them straight. And you can decide if you would like to turn the palms to face up or let them be more grounded on the legs. So now the eyes are closed. There's a little bit of a sitting back into the space behind you, sitting down in the block, and a lengthening of the spine at the same time. Arriving now onto your mat. You're in your space, and starting to deepen and lengthen your breath. Allowing each breath to bring you home to yourself. Allowing your breath to lengthen a little bit longer, every breath a little fuller. Fully emptying out as well. Complete your breath all the way out. And then you can start to move in your own time. The next time you breathe in, we're going to roll the shoulders forward and up. And when you breathe out, back and down. And that's how you're just going to keep going, moving with your breath. Rolling the shoulders forwards and up on the inhale, and back and down on the exhale. Just keep moving with that. You can maybe fill up completely or just kind of take a half a breath. Choose if you want to focus on the movement of the shoulders or the deeper, fuller breath, but keep going. You might want to take the chin from side to side once or twice just to check that the neck is relaxed as you do this. And the next time you breathe out, we're going to reverse that. So your inhale will take the shoulders back and up, and your exhale forward and down. And we keep going with this, reversing the shoulder roll. Noticing now that you kind of know the movement, if your mind is elsewhere, you're still aware of anything in the room or allowing anyone or anything to distract you, observing that, not judging as you roll out the shoulders. And finish your last one. And allow the shoulders to drop. We'll bring the hands together and all 10 fingers to meet. And we'll bow the head forward to acknowledge the beginning of our practice. And you can open your eyes, bring your hands down and bring your gaze up. And then we'll just roll one shoulder at a time. So bring it forward, bring the other one forward. It's really a movement from the waist now, so you can get your rib cage involved. And when you've done enough of those, change. I'd say about 3 or 4 or 5, just take it in the other direction. And then stop. And bring your right shoulder to your right ear. Breathe in. Drop it down. Breathe out. And do it again, same side. Shoulder up, in. And shoulder down, exhale. Let's do the left one. Breathing in, arm up, shoulder up, breathe out and drop. And last time in and out. Both shoulders together. Breathe in, lift them right up into the ears and drop them both down together. Okay, good. So we'll come off the block and we're going to move to lying on the back. We'll do some stretching on the back and some core. So if you want to keep your warmer clothes on, please feel free to do that. All right, so let's lay down. Once you're on your back, straighten your legs out on the floor, on the mat, so that you find the edges of the mat with your heels. So you're nice and wide on the mat from corner to corner. And then raise your arms up over your head. And you want your hands as wide as your feet. If you can just check that out. So now your arms are straight, legs are straight. Stay here and move your feet and your hands as you want. You might crinkle the toes first. You might only do the feet first and then come to the hands later. We want to just wake up all the little bones in the toes, the fingers. You can move your hands and your feet around as well in circles. And you do that. Remember, change direction. Try and keep the legs straight, the arms straight, focusing only on the hands. Bend at the wrists quite a lot. Warm the wrists up as well, wake them up. And then let's stretch it out again. So everything stretches, point your toes, reach your hands way behind you, wrap your buttocks as well, and even allow your rib cage to flare up. You'll feel your lower back rise off the floor. So get this kind of arch away from the floor, and then bring it back down and let the lower ribs a little closer to the floor. Okay, bring your legs together on the mat, still on the mat. Now your legs are super active, and hook your thumbs together, still reaching back over your head. If this is too much for your shoulders, don't take your hands so low to the ground. And the arms are alongside the ears. So let's stretch this out. There's a little bit of pulling the thumbs away from each other and reaching back. Your inner thighs are super active. So think about your midline now. So where the big toes are touching, maybe not the heels. It's like you want to zip up from there, the inner leg, the inner thigh, right up through the core to where you feel your thumbs connect. One more breath here, stretch it out. Okay, let's release that. Hug your knees into your belly, wrap your arms around your knees and lift your head and shoulders up. A nice small little ball. And then lay back down. And take both your hands and your feet up to the ceiling. So we're just going to point and flex the feet here 2 or 3 times. Your fingers are kind of just hanging out in space, hands up to the ceiling. And then focusing on the legs again, kick your right heel to your buttocks, take it up again, left heel to the buttocks, take it up. And then just keep going there, alternate legs. If you just want to wake up the knees and drop 1 foot at a time. Kick it out, kick it out. Okay. We're going to bring our legs back down to the ground. So all the way down. Let your right heel find the right side of your mat again, like we just did. And then cross your left ankle over your right. So if you've gone too far to the right, just bring it back a little. We're going to create a banana shape over to the right. Take your arms back over your head. Yeah, you can hook a finger, whatever feels good. And if you want to pick up your head and shoulders and move them to the right as well, you might want to do that. And then look over your left shoulder. So this is a big stretch in the left side body. If you've gone too far, just back off a little. So at this point, we're looking for gentle stretches. Breathing into those spaces that are resisting. Okay, let's come out of that and take our banana to the other side. Left foot finds the left side of the mat, the straight leg. The right ankle looks for it. Maybe a little difference on this side, change it up, and then pick up your shoulders and your head and go to the left side of your mat. And allow your head to roll towards your right. And breathe space into the right side of the body here. Feel those right waist, the hip, the whole way down the side of the leg. Going into those right ribs and the shoulder. Okay, good. Let's come back onto our backs and hug the knees in once again. Wrap your arms around your knees, lift your head and shoulders, squeeze everything in. And then interlace your fingers, take them behind your head, keep your head and shoulders up, and take your feet up to the ceiling. Stay. So you would like to have your head resting into your hands a little bit. Remember, if your legs are not straight, it's not important. A bend in the knees is absolutely adequate. And the lower back, we want to keep connected to the floor. I'm going to straighten my legs. Okay, let's start to go. You're going to lift the tailbone up, bring your right leg forward. You decide how far off the ground you want it. Bring the leg up again and lay back halfway down and look at the ceiling. You still want to see your elbows though. Let's curl head and shoulders up again. Lift the tailbone. Left leg comes forward. Bring the leg up. And again, lay back halfway. If you need to rest, lay back all the way. We're going to go again with that. Curl head and shoulders. Lift the tailbone. Right leg comes forward. Bring it up. Lay halfway down. Again, curl head and shoulders. Tailbone up. Left leg forward. Bring it up and back off. And lie all the way down. Keep your legs up. Interlace your thumbs or hook your thumbs the non-habitual way and go back to taking the arms all the way back over your head. So now you're in an L shape, more or less, unless your knees are bent. Like we said, that's fine. Okay, so now we're going to start to bring both the legs slowly towards the ground, keeping your hands where they are over your head. So start to take it forward. If it's too much for you, bend your knees more and let your feet find the floor. Try and keep your lower back connected to the floor. And eventually, you can let your heels find the floor. Stretch, stretch, stretch here. Pulling the hands away from each other. Allowing the back ribs to come off the mat as much as you want. But you're still super aware of your inner line, midline, thighs together. One last stretch. Okay, back to hugging the knees and wrapping the arms around the legs. We're going to continue with the leg raises. Interlace your fingers, hands behind your head, lift your head and shoulders, the feet are up again. So let's go again to alternate legs. Let's raise the hips up, right leg forward. Bring it up, back up with the upper body. Again, curl head and shoulders, tailbone up, left leg forward, bring it up. Back up with your upper body. We're going to do that again, or you can take both legs forward. So if you are doing both, up, and curl head and shoulders, tailbone up, either the left leg or both. Bring it back up, lay back halfway down. We're going to do that again. Curl head and shoulders, tailbone up, everybody right leg. Bring it up, backing off halfway, curl head and shoulders, tailbone up, everybody left leg, and bring it up, backing off. So remember here, you've got either alternate legs again, or both. Curl head and shoulders, tailbone up, right leg, or both. Bring it up, back off, and our last one. Curl head and shoulders, tailbone up, left leg, or both. Bring it up, lay all the way down, ground your feet close to your buttocks for a bridge. It's going to be a moving bridge. Okay, so let's start to lift the hips and lift the arms. This is your inhale, point your fingers straight up to the ceiling. Your exhale, take your arms all the way back, so back to the hands, find the floor. Your hips are still up. Your inhale, hips are still up, bring your arms up. And your exhale brings your back and your arms down to the floor, close to each other. We'll move like that. Inhale, arms up, hips up. Exhale, arms go back, hips go higher. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, everything comes forward and down. Stronger in the feet. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms back. Push your feet into the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, everything comes down. And again, inhale, lift those hips. Exhale, hands go back. Keep your hips up, hands go up to the ceiling. And exhale, everything comes down to the floor. Bring your feet a little closer together and wrap your hands around your ankles and come into a bridge. So here's a nice place to tuck your shoulder blades underneath your body and really open up those front thighs and hip flexors, and the ribs come up and the chest comes up. You give it everything you've got, pressing the head back into the floor. And let's come out of that. Bring your back all the way down. Okay, good. Let's hug the knees into the chest again. From here, we'll roll up to a seat. So we'll do my favorite little roly-poly one, where we have the heels close to the buttocks and the forehead and the knees close in. So you try and hold that as you roll backwards and forwards in this little shell shape. Okay, let's get 3 or 4. So keep everything together. Nice and tight. 3 seems too little. Let's do 4. Squeeze it in. And we're up for the last one. Okay, great. We're going to start to move. So now's a good time. Take up all your loose stuff. Take up your socks. And let's find ourselves on our hands and knees for a downward facing dog. So the downward facing dog, I also want you to bring some movement into it. Once you're in it, we're going to bend one leg at a time. So you're going to count your own 10 breaths as you pedal this out. Just keep going and go. The movement comes from the hip. Just keep going with that. Don't forget about your hands, spreading the palms, the fingers, the fingerprints pushed down. And then there'll become a point where you'll just think, okay, I've had enough of this moving. I want to just enjoy the stretch in my down dog. Even if the knees are bent, just be here. No forcing yet. There should never be any forcing, but we're still warming up, is what I mean. So let it happen slowly, slowly. So you should be focusing now on your ujjayi breath. Remember to wrap those upper arms away from each other. So the inner arms go up to the ceiling. They move away from each other, and then they roll down to the floor and back in towards each other. Yeah, I think we're done with this. Let's lift the heels nice and high. Crack those toes. And then look forwards and walk forwards to a halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Forward fold. Bend your knees and round your back to stand up. Take your time. And then once you're all the way up, interlace your thumbs behind you. So we're going to take Uttanasana, a forward fold with the thumbs interlaced. So let's go forward. So you can bend your knees, no problem. Drop your head. So in this one, I want you to encourage your shoulder blades away from your scalp. So might mean that the hands don't come so far over. So making a lot of space from the earlobes down to the cap of the shoulder. See how that feels. You pull back a little, especially those of you who are super bendy, flexible. You want to feel what it's like to get a little more stable in your joints rather than stretch to the maximum. You always want to come back just a little bit. 2 more breaths. Okay, release your hands down And again, a roll up from a rounded back. Should feel nice. Okay, look straight ahead. You're at the front of your mat, your feet are together. So we're going to hold the elbows. Okay, if this is too much, your forearms is good. And we're going to find Utkatasana knees. So start to bend. And now do all your checks. Is your weight in your heels? Not jamming your knees together at all. Are you wrapping your buttocks? By the way, we're only doing this once, so give it an honest attempt. The easier version would be somewhere here. Decide. You can feel through all of these different levels what feels good for you today. Or maybe you want to feel like you're sitting back on this chair. We've got 2 more breaths. Stay. 1 more breath. And then we're going to fold forward, bend, let go of your elbows, straighten out your legs, tuck your chin. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Step back to a down dog. Hold for 5 breaths. So in this dog, you might want to take some side bends where you bend your knees, turn the knees right, feet under your right arm. And do that the other side, knees bent to the left, and then settling down in your Ardha Mukha Svanasana. One more breath. We're going to work on side planks, Vashisthasana. Look at your feet, take them further back and let your big toes touch. And then look at your hands and let your thumbs touch. So this is a very controlled side plank. We're going to take it on the left hand. So start to come onto the blade of the left foot, raise your right arm up. You don't want your left shoulder forwards of your wrist, so if you need to take your feet back, please do. Keep turning the right hip forward. You can lift your legs higher, tuck your tailbone, squeeze your legs together. Beautiful. Downward facing dog. Bring your arm over your ear and find your dog. Normal dog. Hands wider, feet wider. So let's do the other side. Feet go further back. Big toes touch. Hands, thumbs touch. Side plank on the right hand. Left arm goes up. That left hip now, that left frontal hip bone, bring it forward. Lift your hip. Tuck your tailbone. Wrap your glutes. Bring your arm over your ear. We're back to down dog. We're going to do that again and add a little side stretch. Big toes together, thumbs together. Go onto your left hand, same thing. Right arm goes up. And can you drop your little left hip down? Might be a little closer to the floor. For some of you, it might be quite close to the floor. The left shoulder will come into the ear a little. Bring it up. Arm over the ear, down dog. And then the other side, toes touch, thumbs touch, right hand side plank. And then we're looking, move slowly, the right side, right hip to draw down. Bring it up, bring the arm over the ear, downward facing dog. One more breath here. We're going to step the left foot forward for a wide-legged forward bend. So step it between the hands, spin around to your side. Parallel feet, take a halfway lift. This time, interlace all your fingers behind your back. All your fingers behind your back. And then fold down and lift your arms up and drop your head. You're going to be here for a while. Again, explore what happens if you almost keep your shoulder blades plugged in up to your hips but still allow there to be some movement of the hands coming up and over. If you lose it, come out of it, then go back into it. Work strong legs here. Be aware of where your weight is on your feet. Should be more forwards on the balls of the feet and the toes. Okay, come up halfway to release your hands to the floor. Turn to the back of your mat for a runner's lunge. So move your right foot out to the right side. Your right arm is inside your leg. And spend some time here, maybe on your hands, maybe your forearms. Welcome to bring your back knee down. Don't rush to drop the left hip down. You want to keep it level with the right one. And then we're going to come up and make our way to the front of the mat. Stay nice and low and do the same with the left leg. Then move out to the left side of your mat. Both your arms are inside your left foot, the knees bent. And let's see what's going on here. I'm here for 2 or 3 more breaths. All right, make your way back up to a downward facing dog. Back to symmetry, back to balance. And then you can decide how you'd like to come forward, jump or walk. We'll meet at the front in a forward fold. So make your way straight into your fold. Stand up, wrap your leg, high mountain, arms up. Bring your hands into your heart space. Let's take the arms up, high mountain. Take a forward fold. Complete your posture by tucking your chin all the way in. Your halfway lift, your hands will come forward, fingertips on the floor under the shoulders. Raise your right leg. So your halfway lift and your right leg move together. And then step back to a plank. Bring your knees down and your chest and your chin down. Stay. Then lay flat. And take a cobra with the hands hovering off the floor. So again, you want to plug your shoulder blades into your back. Hands hover, legs are active. Then let them settle and find downward facing dog. We're going to hold for 3 breaths. So you can rest if you want, if this is not restful. Just you and your breath holding your posture. Start to organize your feet closer together for the right leg to take a 3-legged dog. So raise your right leg off the floor. The left heel can be nice and high. Bring your knee to your nose, round your body, coming forward. Land your foot between your hands. Bring your left foot as well to meet your right foot. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Stand up. Wrap your legs to do that, high mountain. And then just fold for the left side. Complete your forward fold, tuck your chin in. Your halfway lift, your left leg goes up, your fingers under your shoulders on the floor. Step it all the way back to high plank. Bring your knees, your chest, and your chin down. Keep your belly up. Lay flat down. Inhale, cobra, hands can be on the floor. So you'll deepen your back bend now. Exhale, lay down. Find your way back, downward facing dog, holding 3 breaths. Staying with your breath. Starting to organize the legs so the feet closer together for a three-legged dog. Left leg goes up, nice and high on your tippy toes. Bend the knee, bring it forwards. Keep the body rounded here. Then step your foot forward, followed by the right foot half lift. Forward fold. Stand up, high mountain. And if you want to add a back bend, make sure your legs are super strong. Take your arms up and back to center, hands in the heart space. Let's go again. We'll go a little faster. Inhale, up, high mountain. Fold, Uttanasana, tuck your chin. Halfway lift, right leg goes up. Plank, step back. You can keep going the way we did, or go chaturanga, bend your arms. Find your version of your back bend, maybe up dog. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Organize your feet together, right leg, three-legged dog. The knee comes in under this rounded shape. Then step your right foot and your left foot together, half lift. Exhale, fold. Stand up, arms up. The left side, we just fold all the way down. Complete your fold. Halfway lift, left leg goes up. Step it all the way back, your variation, high plank to the floor. To find your back bend. We'll meet in down dog. We'll have a rest at the end of this. Left leg, three-legged dog. Bring it through. Step both your feet to the front of the mat to breathe in, half lift. Exhale, fold. Stand up, high mountain. Let your arms find your sides, close your eyes. Big breath in. Complete breath out. Stay here with your breath. Standing tall, spine is long. Okay, open your eyes. Bring your hands together, Samasthiti. We've got one more round like that. Let's go. Add any variation that you need. High mountain. Fold. Halfway lift, right leg up. High plank. Move down close to the mat. Up dog. Down dog. Right leg, three-legged dog. Step it forward, both feet to the front, half lift. Fold. Standing up, arms up. We fold for the left side, take it down. Halfway lift, left leg up. High plank. Bending on. Up dog, find your back bend or your cobra. Down dog. Left leg, three-legged dog. Step it through, both feet together, half lift. Forward fold. Stand all the way up, arms up. Finish with your arms at your sides, close your eyes. Big breath in and out. Bring your hands into your heart, open your eyes. Arms up, inhale. Fold. Step or jump your way back to a plank. So make your way straight on. Elbows bend, low plank. Lie on your belly all the way down. Okay, so here's where I want you to grab a block. Don't stress if you don't have a block. It's okay to still imagine that it's there between the thighs, nice and high up by the pubic bone. So if you've been with me for a while, you know where we're going with this. We're going to stack the hands, rest the forehead on the hands on the floor. Focus now on your block. Squeeze it with your inner thighs. And lift your knees off the floor, but keep your feet down. Lift your abdominals up to move your pubic bone forward. Lift your head in your hand. Got 5 breaths here. Keep your legs actively squeezing the block. Not too hectic. Lift the knees off the floor, feet are down. Keep the pubic bone coming forward. Lift your head and hands higher. Stay here. Keep squeezing your block. Your toenails are on the floor, even your baby toes. The knees are up. Your pubic bone comes forward so that the tailbone can go back. You'll feel your abdominals connect. Lift higher with your head and hands. Keep breathing, almost there. Keep squeezing that block. Active legs. Knees are still up. Your tailbone moves back. So nice. The floor helps you to feel how the abdominals turn on. Lift your head and hands a little higher. Okay, one more breath here. Don't lose the connection to the block. You've got to keep the pubic bone coming forward. And when you breathe out next, lay down. Rest it out here. Okay, take your block away. And then we're going to lengthen the body here. Bring your fingertips to the floor, straight arms in front of you. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees, drop your head. Stretch everything. Stretch it out. You want your tailbone towards your heel. Scoop the pubic bone forwards. The knees are off the floor. Keep the legs like that. Bring your hands under your shoulders. And maybe from here, you can go into a low plank, a high plank. Everybody meet in down dog. So at this point, we're moving to a handstand practice. You can come onto your knees. So if you're at a wall, I know some of you haven't done these classes for a while. So what we do is you can move your mat to a space where you, if you want to do it. You can stay here with me, where we'll be doing safe transitions and work on our hands, if you want. A little bit of self-practice on your own, 2 minutes. You can do some switch kicks. You can just feel it out. We are going to have time to be on the forearms as well. So let's work on the hands. And those of you who don't want to be on your wrists at all, we'll be in half standing split. That'll be your option. So let's come to down dog. If you're with me, we'll be in a down dog. Raise your right leg, three-legged dog. So we're starting three-legged dog. Keep the leg up and walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. And you can just keep going here and stay in a variation of a standing split. Or some of you might bring your hands forward and pour your weight into your hands and lift your left heel. That might be enough. Or you might want to get a little spring of that left foot off the floor. Maybe you kick your left heel to your left thigh. Take a break between sides. Find down dog. Maybe you want to be in child's pose before we do the other side. So from down dog, left leg goes up, three-legged dog. Walk your hands back. Enjoy your full standing split if you want. The nose comes to the knee and you work that. Or you might get springy on your right foot and feel a little take off. Just feeling it out. Remember, your lift comes from your center, and that raised leg is what takes you up. If you're at the wall, start to think about coming back. Everybody find yourself sitting on your heel. Do some time. Your hands can be in your lap with your palms facing forward. Close your eyes. Lengthen out your spine by letting the sit bones sink a little more down into the feet. Get your breath. We've got 2 more breaths here. Okay, let's open the eyes and find Ardha Mukha Svanasana, down dog. From down dog, step or walk your feet forward and find Utkatasana, normal Utkatasana. Bend your knees, take your arms forward and up. So do your checks, sink a little deeper. Forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold. We're going to work through a sun salutation, B, high plank. Your variation of the low plank, the lowering down, your variation of the up dog again, back to down dog. Warrior 1, left foot turns out, right foot forward, arms up, inhale. Hands to the floor, flow or weight in your down dog. We've got the other side, warrior one. Right foot turns out, left foot forwards, arms up. Flow, always in down dog, always in child's pose. We pause in our down dog, 5 breaths. So if you've got a chance to do lion's breath, so lion's breath, lift your chin and breathe in. And when you breathe out, drop your head and stick your tongue out. Let it all out. Do that once or twice. Does it feel good? So don't worry about anybody else seeing you. In fact, it's good. They can see what you do to release tension and how you take care of your body. Okay, guys, we've got 2 more rounds of sun salutation B. Let's make our way forward. Feet to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Utkatasana, bend your knees, raise your arms, stand up, hands in the heart space. Okay, let's go. Second round. Inhale. Utkatasana, forward fold. Find your flow. Halfway lift. And fold. High plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Left foot turns out, right foot forward. Warrior one. High plank. Low. Up dog. Down dog. Right foot turns out, left foot forwards, arms up. Keep going to the mat. We'll meet back and down dog. 5 breaths. Okay, so when you're ready, you've got your 2 or 3 lion's breaths. How fierce can you be? You can be fierce. You can be soft. We're all of this in our practice. Let's complete this round. Our feet come forward, halfway lift, forward fold, Utkatasana, work from the buttocks, from the hips, stand up, hands in the heart. Let's take a breath here, inhale, and exhale. Last round, ease it out, ease and joy, Utkatasana. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, moving your spine through space, fold, high plank, elbows bend, up dog, downward dog, warrior one, right foot. Maybe you deepen the bend, high plank, low, up dog, down dog. This is your last round, warrior one, left leg. This is your last vinyasa, chaturanga, 2 up dog, 2 down dog. Everybody take child's pose, feet together, knees wide. You can have your arms forwards or the hands back to your feet. Nice work, everybody. Rest it out, rest it down. Okay, we're going to add a little ustrasana. So bring yourselves up. You're going to add a back bend and pull your mat so that you've got a nice triple layer for your knees. And then bring yourselves up. So I like to take a block between my thighs. because it's all about working towards the midline and having strong legs. So I'll just show you the first round so that you might not have to, twist. We'll tuck the toes, we'll grip the block. And for today, have your hands on your buttocks and just focus on pushing your hips forward and go slowly into it. So it might be enough for some of you. If you want to go further, you might slide your hands down your legs. And if you feel, okay, listen, I'm almost there, take your feet to your heels, but push your hips forward and open up. Okay, let's go. So the first hand position is getting your hips into place. So you've got 5 breaths here. If you move slowly into it, you'll find you can actually hold at a level that works for you. You don't have to feel like oh, I need to come out. There you go. Tiny, tiny, tiny movements into this back bend. There should be a lot of gripping of the block so that your legs are active. And remember, your hips cannot come forward enough. Imagine me there pulling your hips forward. Okay, if you're done, bring yourself up, remove the block, sit on your heels again. Just allow the spine to settle. The heavier your sit bones come down onto the heels, they might even go a little forward, the more your back's going to very gently get reaccustomed to its natural curve. We always just like to give it some time. All right, let's open the eyes. We'll take our mats back to where they were. Oh, just lost my notes. Okay, we're going to take a very safe way of getting into flipping the dog. So come onto your hands and knees and raise your right leg up behind you. Let's bring the knee into the chest, round your body here, round your back. Take your leg back again, keep lifting abdominals. Do that again, knee in. Take it back. And then do it again. Take it back, keep it up. We're going to turn the right hip up to the sky and take a side plank on the left hand. So the right leg stays up, the right arm goes up, and work that leg a little higher. The more you can get down with your left foot, yeah, and your left hand, you can. Now let your right foot just find the floor behind you. Flatten it, straighten your left leg, and you're going to start to find a variation of your wild thing. Now you can lift your hips. We're just going to do this once. Now you can open your shoulders. And those of you advancing, maybe you lift your right heel and your left heel. And curl, curl, curl. Curl your ears back. Come back. Normal 3-legged dog, right leg up. Step your foot between your hands. Look forwards, low lunge. Last little push. High crescent, bring your arms up. And so we're going to find a little twist here to the right. Reach your right arm back. Left arm forward. Think a little deeper. Add to the twist by letting your right hand find your back leg. And your left palm can come up to the ceiling and raise the left arm. And maybe you walk your right hand back to your calf. Yeah, nice. Come back to the floor. Downward facing dog. And back to the knees with control. We're on all fours. All right, let's go other side. Left leg goes back. Knee comes in. Again, take it back. This is a really good exercise, guys, for core work. Pull it in. And last time back, bring the knee in. Take it back. Turn the left hip out. We're on the side plank on the right hand. Left arm goes up. First find this. Get that leg a little higher. Tuck a tailbone under. And then we're going to plop that foot onto the floor. Lift up, straighten your right leg, lift your hip. And now you can feel you're totally in control here with the right shoulder. There's no punching of the lower back. You didn't land hard. Okay, come down, 3-legged dog. Step it forward, back knees off the floor, raise your arms. Twist to your left. Back arm finds the back leg, right arm comes up, and twist it out. Bring your hands to the floor. Downward facing dog. Sit on your heels again, looking straight ahead. So I'm going to show you the first twist to the left, so you can see what's going on here. So we're going to twist, take your twist over to your left. Your right hand can find the outside of the left knee. Your left hand might wrap around your right foot and help you to deepen your twist. So let's go into that. A little release for the back bend. Now allow your tailbone to move straight down and pull your front ribs back. You've got both your hands as this kind of lever in your twist. And then bring your gaze forward and come out of that. We've got the other side. Twisting over to your right. That left hand can be on the right knee. Wrap your back hand. Don't worry if it's not getting there, your right hand around your left foot. It can also be on the floor. And twist it out. Allow your belly to expand on your breath. All right, bring your gaze forward and release. So I said earlier that there would be times for a forearm balance or forearm work. If you want to go to a wall and practice your forearm balance, you can. If you've got a headstand practice, this is a good time to do it so your hands will be interlaced. If there's no wall space and you're like me, we're stuck here in the middle of the room, we'll be in dolphin with the head off the floor in our V shape. Okay, so a little bit of about a minute last push. When you're done with this, we'll meet lying on the back so you all know where we're going. Please, just a reminder, don't do anything new in your online classes. Okay, so if you're in dolphin, wherever you are, the elbows are shoulder width and interlace your fingers. Please remember as well, you could just skip this and be on your back. So everybody make sure your elbows are pushing or your forearms are pushing you down into the floor to keep minimal amount of weight on the head, off the head, if you're not balancing. So wherever you are, another 4 or 5 breaths. Take yourself from your resting pose onto your back. Face the line back. Draw your knees into your chest. Let your arms be in a T out on the floor. And keep your knees there and just roll your head from side to side. Every time you find your head coming to the floor, very gently press it into the floor and then roll to the other side. And then press and roll. The next time your head goes to the right, let it stay there. Drop your hips to your knees to your left, all the way to the floor. Head right, knees left. So here's where we soften. Where else can you soften? Nice and easy. Bring your knees back and your head back. Keep your knees there. Roll your head to your left. Drop your knees to your right. Get heavier. Feel every part of your body dropping down to the floor. The bones, the flesh, all of the organs, your skin, everything just dropping down, getting heavier. Okay, come back to center with the head and the knees. So let the soles of feet find each other, toes point up to the ceiling. Lift your head and interlace your fingers around your feet. And let your feet kick forward and action out your wrist. And then we're going to lay down and take the feet into Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana. Hands can settle on the belly. The back of the neck is long. Jaw is relaxed. Cheeks are relaxed. Corners of the mouth turned up with a little smile. Relax the eyebrows and the forehead. Relax your shoulders and your arms. Relax the whole back, the buttocks, the pelvic floor, and the legs all the way to the toes. If you'd like to straighten the legs for our last minute, welcome to do that. Your final resting posture could be as you are, or you're welcome to take full Shavasana. Keep your focus on your breath. So the whole class, you've prepped yourself now to take your meditation very seriously. One breath at a time. So for me, the class has come to an end. If you'd like a longer Shavasana, please stay. Those of you who are going to move, we'll ground the feet again. We'll find a seat. Eyes are closed, and can come into the heart. Let's bow the head forward. Thank you for joining. Have a lovely evening. Love to all of you. Namaste.